Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquiggums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Shadowrun Hong Kong. Episode 12 is upon us, and we're going to talk about some more random things, I guess, to various people, along with hopefully solving the murder mystery of who is killing the elders. Kieda? This dumpy-looking man is busily hawking a variety of grilled spherical treats of various sizes. Some are sold individually, some are skewered on sticks, and some are packaged packaged up in sets of 4 or 6. A sign on the front of the cart reads, Kieda's 1 yen yate. A cacophony of small trids are attached to the cart, each playing a different trid show. Interest you in some dango? Takoyaki? Okay, takoyaki, huh. Maybe a nice nikumen? That's a pork bun with a Japanese twist. Any kind of tasty Japanese treat you can imagine, I've got it. Maybe some curry fish balls are your speed. Kieda will give you your heart's desire, providing that your desire is on my menu. Sure, let me have some dango. Your wish is my command, good sir. We lost 1 nuyen. Let's see here. Kieda deftly pulls one of the dango sticks from out of the cart and drops it onto the grill. A small robotic arm slides out from the cart and begins turning the stick until the balls of rice flour are toasted brown color. Lifting them from the grill, Kieda dips the entire stick in a tub of sticky brown sauce before handing it to you. The snack has both a sweet and salty flavor, reminiscent of sesame seeds and soy. The balls inside are pleasantly warm and surprisingly chewy, a bit like eating raw dough, but without the attendant chalky taste. Okay. Kieda leans back, studying you intently. The trid projections from his cart causes his face to be lit in a constant shifting array of rainbow hues. So, what brings you to Whampoa Garden, my friend? Somehow I doubt it's the street food. Just here on a job. I'm looking into the killings of the Whampoan elders. Kieda shivers, wrapping his arms around his body. I've been hearing a lot about that. I haven't looked too closely, though. It's none of my business, you know? What can you tell me about the people here? We're tech heads, deckers, riggers, trid pirates, and everything in between. If I had to define this place, I'd say it's Asia's mecca for people like us, okay? As for the elders, I can give you the basics. I'm a small fry, so we're not exactly on social terms. And she's some kind of crazy tech witch. She summons up spirits and casts spells and works as a spiritual center for the tribe. She's a lot craftier than she seems, too. She has this mother-to-everyone act going on, but I've watched her manipulate people into doing all kinds of stuff they would normally do, and they thought it was their idea the whole time. Magically, you mean? No, I don't think so. She's just really good with people. IP's a killer, addicted to cybernetic implants. He always has to have the newest and freshest gear. The funny thing is, I've never seen him fight. I kind of get the impression he's a coward. He'd rather let one of his buddies handle a problem than to do it himself. And all I know about Tang is that he loves drones and does a little decking. Frankly, I find him kind of boring. All he talks about is neural networks and dark knowledge and evolution of machine learning. Like I said, boring. What's with all the trid screens? Kieda beams and gestures excitedly at them. You like them? I love trid operas. Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Indonesian, it doesn't matter. This way I can watch all of my favorite shows without missing a beat, and I can work at the same time. Pirated trid is my other business. I rip the streams in the Matrix, tap right into the corporate feeds, and resell them on chip out here. Kidda's face falls a bit and his enthusiasm wanes. I wish I could pay the bills, but my food cart's a lot better at that. I don't know why, but most of the other Whampoans seem to like sim over trid. They don't know what they're missing, though. One episode of 1,000 Cranes of Autumn and they'd be hooked for life. I'm just at the part where Orin has confessed her love to Takayama, but he's got to get his mech suit out of the front lines on Mars, so he can't be with her. Downright heartbreaking, I tell you. That sounds like an interesting show, alright. Eyes twinkling, Kieda leans forward in breathless excitement. Oh, you have no idea. 312 episodes chronicling a noble mech pilot and the tumultuous love affair he has with the space station governor's daughter. The pathos, the majesty, the battle of Lagrange, one spanned 5 episodes just by itself. For some reason, I guess it just didn't resonate with the wider public. I don't know why. Who doesn't want to see a trid about giant flying robots, love, betrayal, and spies? I've got to stop myself before I get carried away. Was there something else you needed? Got any thoughts on the murders? Yeah, ignore them. Kieta shrugs indifferently. I saw the crowd down at Tong's Sensory Carnival earlier tonight, but I didn't know the guy very well. I'm a Trid fan. He liked The Sims. Not a lot of crossover between us. See you later, Kieta. See you later, sir. Alright, so that's eventually where we need to go. But we have at least one more individual to speak to. We could also head back here and try to get a key to someone else's place, Magpie's area. I don't know, let's talk to this guy. He seems a little under the radar. I have no idea. I click on him and he walks past him every time. This man has a tired, world-weary demeanor about him. His eyes track your movements with a penetrating, critical precision. Something about him, the lines about his eyes perhaps, makes you suspect he's seen a lot of terrible things happen. He lifts his cup of cheap soy calf as you approach. Let me guess, you're the freelancers the elders are paying to look into the murders around here. That's right. Who are you? Call me Demir Go. Sure. I'm not one of the Wampoans, but I've been here long enough that they don't think twice about me being here. Demir Go drains the last of his soy calf in a large gulp. So, what have you found so far? What's it to you? Professional curiosity. I used to be with the New York Police Department as part of their thaumaturgical research division. Part of the CSI branch, except I did the magical investigation while the other guys pulled prints and checked blood samples. Demir Go tosses the soy calf cup toward the nearby garbage can. It bounces around the rim and rolls inside. When I hear about crap like this happening, I keep my ear to the ground. Old habits, you know? So why aren't you investigating it? Elder NG asked me to look into the killings after the first murder. She couldn't afford my fee, though, so I took a pass. It's not just the money, either. Demir Go shudders, folding his arms across his chest. You see that stuff day after day, you pay a price. It eats away at you. You know what it's like to feel all that sickness and anger every day, to be asked to pick up a murder weapon and relive somebody's death, feel it going into your neck, pleading in the voice of a dead woman for her killer to spare you. These days I'd rather interrogate the living, thanks. Oh, what are you talking about? I can read objects. It's called psychometry. Sure. A little trick I managed to pick up. I don't really know how. I hold something, I can tell you what happened to it, who owned it, how it killed someone, if someone loved it or was afraid of it. Useful, but it'll tax your heart. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to read anything you find. I already told NG I didn't want any part of this. You want advice, I'll give you that. But I'm not getting drawn in it further than that. So aside from that, is there anything I can help you with? Well, what can you tell me about the Wampoans? They don't know much. Even though I've been here almost 2 years, I'm an outsider. They don't really accept anyone who's not as much of a tech nut as they are. I'm just a crazy mage that lives down the road. Demir Go pauses and looks off into the distance as he collects his thoughts. IP's got some heavy-duty cyberware, basically an enforcer for the rest of the council. He doesn't seem to set much policy. NG is a shaman that works machine spirits. It's all a bunch of hokum, if you ask me. Magic is magic. Whatever you want to call the source is fine by me, but don't ask me to believe in the great spirit of electronics. As for everybody else, they tend to be an okay bunch, a bit strange, but that's fringe culture for you. They scrounge tech, rebuild it, sell it off, some of them even have their own autofab shops. Their stuff's pretty high quality, too. People all over Asia come to shop here, if they need something rare or unusual. Tight-knit little community, all things considered. We slipped from the nasally guy to the slightly British accented individual. It's fine. Alright, what do you know about the murders? They started a couple of weeks ago. Elder Gan was the first to go. That's when NG asked if I could look into them. He was ripped apart, arms wrenched out of their sockets, skin flayed away with a razor-sharp knife. The rest have been the same. Whatever did it sure didn't care about being a clean death. Demir Go lowers his voice, leaning in toward you so that only you can hear. The funny thing is, the Hong Kong police force was out here a few weeks before that, maybe a month ago, tops. I know that doesn't seem like much, but the Wampoans don't usually let the police in here. That by itself is odd enough, but it gets even stranger. The officers were loaded for bear, too. Big guns and heavy armor with NBC seals, the works. They went into the parking garage near here, and there was some kind of gunfight. Never made it back out. When backup showed up, the Wampoans chased them away. Why would they let the cops in and chase them away? That's exactly the kind of question you should be asking, and that the elders refused to answer when I asked. Demir Go shrugs. Go take a look for yourself if you want. Watch out, though. A gang's taken up residence in there, dealing drugs and BTLs. They call themselves the Red Spear. Not too violent if you don't push them, but be careful what you say. Tong wasn't afraid when he died. He was caught by surprise. Demir Go arches an eyebrow. That's not what I would have expected. With the amount of mess at each scene, the victims should have left behind a hell of a lot of fear and pain. Are you sure? Very sure. Tong died tonight, so the astral signature hasn't had time to fade. There was only a sense of perfunctory accomplishment. Sure. Perfunctory accomplishment. Then it sounds like this wasn't a crime of passion, a planned attack that would have that kind of resonance in my experience. It's possible the gore show is to throw anyone off looking for the actual reason. Demir Go closes his eyes and starts to nod. Yeah, if I wanted to kill someone and get away with it, I'd try to point the finger at some kind of monster. Demir Go opens his eyes and smiles a thin, humorless grin. Basic investigation 101. It's usually the simplest explanation, but don't discount the other possibilities. You think the mess wasn't accidental? It's a possibility. Ask yourselves this. If the mutilation happened after Tong's death, why would a killer perform that kind of ritual? Serial killers who engage in that kind of ritual don't feel perfunctory about it, in my experience. It tends to feel more like they're taking communion. It's a religious or sexual feeling most of the time. If this didn't feel that way, I don't think the killer is actually pathological. Alright, man, see you later. Thank you for your insight and your weird, crazy accent that I gave you. It's sweet, nice. Alright, well, we can either go... Let's go into the place over here first. I kind of want to go back and talk to the elders before I do it, but we're going to go over here and see what's up. Alright, we are here, and this looks like this could get us into a lot of trouble. So, what are we going to do, you ask? We're going to quick save the game, because I have a feeling I'm going to do something dumb. They do seem ready to fight, that's for sure. Or to stand around and look at... Oh, here we go. Red Spear Ganger. That's far enough, guy. Oh, that's a woman. Okay. The woman hefts her weapon, tossing a knot toward the gangers behind her. This lot's our turf. If you're looking for a fix, you're welcome to trade. If you're not here for business, clear the hell out. You try and wander around on our turf, we're gonna have to air you out. Well... So what do you do? So what do you say? You're looking for a little pick-me-up? A little nitro to give you some pep? Maybe you want some chips. Take off that edge. You want it? I got it. Can I look around this garage? Man, are you deaf? What the hell did I tell you? No, you goddamn well can't wander around our turf. The ganger shakes his head, or her head, mumbling something about idiots with no memory. I'm on business for the Wampoan elders. You're only here because they tolerate you. They hear you're blocking me, and your butt is going to get kicked all the way back to Swinwan. Or Suinwan? I don't know. Do you know who Kylie Cheng is? I work for her. She could do you some favors in the future. Never mind. Yeah, that's what I thought. What happened in the fight here? As far as I know, some police showed up looking for somebody. They got in here, all of them got killed. Whoever they were after was long gone by the time we showed up. Used to be a lot of Wampoans living here. They all cleared out, muttering about ghosts and crap like that. Have you heard anything else about the murders? Nothing much. I'll tell you what, though. Oh, look at that. We got some random stuff here. I've got a guy named Kang. He was down in the storm drain system last week. Something was moving down there big, too, man-sized. But it wasn't speaking any language Kang understood. Kid beat feet back here as fast as he could. The idiot dropped his storm drain key on the way out, though. You want to go looking for whatever it was, you'll have to get a new key from somebody else. Kang stole his from a city worker. Who else might have a storm drain key? There's a guy named Porter Lamb who's got keys to pretty much everything. He's somewhere between a cop and a handyman. Yuen also mentioned some elf woman with crazy colored hair who managed to scam a key. He said she hunted paracritters down there, devil rats and crap. Alright. Some of these BTLs you're selling look an awful lot like they came from Tong's shop. Yeah? So what? Why do you care? You must have gotten them recently. How'd you know Tong was dead? So if you stole these from Tong's, then maybe you saw something I can use in my investigation. Yeah, I guess that's fair. It's like this. Broken Thumb Ewan was walking down the street and sees this guy going to Tong's joint right at closing time. Tall guy, hunched over, had this crappy gray rain poncho draped over him. Now, Ewan figured that was weird as hell, so he posts up and waits. He figures the guy will come out soon because Tong's shop is closing up. Nothing for 15 whole minutes. Guy comes out, hustles down the street with nobody saying boo. Okay. I figured he was waiting for an ebb in the crowds. Ewan sees some blood smeared on the door, though, so he goes in to check it out. Inside, total carnage. But you know what? Tong's not going to be using his gear no more, so to hell with it. Ewan jacks a lot of it. That's pretty cool. Business is business, alright. Damn right it is. That's all I know. The guy had to be the killer. Tall, gray, rain poncho, hunched over. Also smart about how he came and went. Alright, well, show me what you have. Alright, Jazz, Bliss, Kamikaze, Toko, Nitro, and Nitro. Alright, so these are all temporary buffs that are consumables, and drugs, of course. So, they are what they are. I don't really want any of this stuff right now, so that's fine. I tend to hold my money way longer than I probably should, but we'll see you later, and you know what, guys, we're going to go out and we're going to look for, we're going to talk to that one dude. We're going to go talk to the one dude over at the place. Now, it says that we're not allowed to look around. I'm very, very curious. I would love to go look around, but that's okay for now. We're going to go talk to the guy to get the key. Guess that's going to be the play. We'll see. I think he's the guy that's actually out in front of the shop, Tong's shop, where he got moited. That guy could be the problem right there, but I don't know for sure. Alright, pretty sure we've discovered everything that we need to over here. Yep. Alright, we'll come over here and we'll talk to good old Porter Lamb. Hey, there's some stuff over here that I didn't notice before. Is there anything actually in here? No, just some people randomly standing around in the rain, not getting electrocuted somehow. Alright, let's talk to Porter Lamb. Alright, what can you tell me about Elder Magpie? The Wampoan snorts, shrugging his shoulders. That she was a bleep? That I'd never met anyone so deliberately contrary as her? There's not much to say. Nobody wanted to hang out with Magpie. Even though she was the newest elder, she acted high and mighty around everyone. She'd block deals and argue against Nakamura and NG just because she could. Why was she so contrary? It was just her nature. She loved fights and gossip. Any chance to cut someone else down, she'd take it. I guess I always figured she had some deep-seated insecurities and covered it up by attacking people. Alright, do you have a key to the storm drainage system? Sure, why do you ask? Drop a gun down a grate or something? Following up a lead on the killer. Well, in that case, take the damn key. You'll have to forgive me if I don't want to go down there with you. Porter peels an antique Yale-style key off of a key ring and hands it to you. Knock yourself out, man. There's an entrance up by the Jade Mountain restaurant. Can't miss it. Alright, man. See you later. Alright, I think we're going to go into the Elder's little area here. I'm probably going to break off the episode. In the next episode, hopefully we get into some combat, or at least we solve the murder. I think we have some potential to actually get that done. So what I'm going to do right now is, yeah, I think I'll just break it off here. We'll talk to these guys, and we'll go down to the storm drain and do all the stuff that we got to do down there in the very next episode. Hopefully you guys had some fun. Again, the story is ever growing, ever evolving, and, well, it's getting more and more interesting. So I'm still leaning toward Magpie isn't really dead, or a relative of Magpie, and she got forced out or something. This dude we can actually talk to now as well, so a few different things are available to us. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for now. Until the very next episode, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.